Hi, it's Charlie from Victor Chandler. Welcome to a preview of the Masters, this week's big sporting event. And well, it's a fantastic occasion, the Masters, and who will be wearing the green jacket on Sunday evening? Well, Phil Mickelson's won it 3 times already. He was a 10-1 shot going into last night's Shell Houston Open, but of course he's finished 63-65. He won the Shell Houston Open by 3 shots, and he's now the 6-1 favourite with ourselves at Victor Chandler. Tigers on as a result, as he also 4 green jackets, 7 between them. Will it be 8? He is 11-1 from 8-1, and it's 14-1 bar. Just a quickie as well, we'll have our hole-in-one offer. Again, there were 2 hole-in-ones in the 2010 tournament. That was little-known Nathan Green and Ryan Moore, but also we've had Trevor Immelman, Ian Poulter, Chris DeMarco and Padraig Harrington all having holes-in-one on at Augusta. So if your player makes the cut, you could arguably you could win up to the 70th hole. That is the 16th on the final day. Remember, that is to a maximum of £50. It's all bets pre-tournament. So if your player has a hole-in-one, no cashback, no refund. It is you're paid out as a winner for the US Masters. So I think that's a very, very, very good offer, I must say. And 2 last year in 2010, up to a maximum of 50 quid, and that is until the tournament starts on Thursday. Just another quick short church notice as well. Spurs, will they score tomorrow night in Madrid against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu? 10-11 they will score, and 10-11 they don't score. I'm not convinced it'll be this expansive game the Whites are famous for at Madrid. I think Mourinho, if he's looks likely to be without Cristiano Ronaldo, and as a result of that, I think the May players more defensively. Remember, there was the away goal that really was the difference in Milan in the round of the last 16 for Spurs. 10-11 Spurs score in the Bernabeu tomorrow night, and 10-11 they don't. Just quickly back then to the golf, where world number 1 Martin Keimer 18-1 with ourselves at Victor Chandler. He's missed the cut in 3 times. I wouldn't be backing him. He fades the ball, and everybody knows Augusta, you really do need to be a drawer of a ball. I think if he misses, if he makes the cut, that will be a bonus for him this week. Of course, he's been in the council of Bernard Langer. Langer, of course, who won a couple of green jackets in the past. But I think his game he's not really quite on his A game at present, Keimer, despite winning in the desert early in the season, and he is an 8-1 shot. Westwood, well, 3 shots behind Mickelson. That's slightly fortunate Mickelson last year, an incredible shot through the trees at 13 under par. That would have won the tournament any year up to 2001 when Woods won on 16 under par. Westwood similarly finished well last night in Houston in Texas. He shot a 68. He is a 14-1 shot with ourselves. Luke Donald, I think he's gone down in the world rankings as a result of lefties come into number 3 in the world. Luke Donald doesn't draw the ball, doesn't hit the ball rather hard enough for me. This is long, big fairways at Augusta, and I know he finished tied for 10th. I think it was back in 2007, but I think significantly the winning score then was 1 over par. So it was a difficult week of weather, and I think if the sun shines and 15 or 16 under, I think the par 5s come into play. They're so significant for the likes of the Mickelsons. For Woods, let's get it right, Woods has not won for a number of years, but in his last 4 years when he's been out of sorts so far, he's been finished 4th, tied for 4th, tied for 6th, second, and tied for 2nd as well. And 11-1, that might look very, very big come Sunday evening. McDowell 33-1, can't have him. Poulter's never really got into contention. You could say that, of course, he held the 36-hole lead with Westwood last year. He's never really been in contention for this event on Sunday afternoon, but 25-1 he looks nailed on. McIlroy similarly. McIlroy's last 3 tournaments, 25-1 with ourselves at Victor Chandler. He's been 75, 76 and 74 his last 3 events on the final day. Tee Green, I think he's got a perfect game for Augusta, but I don't know. I think the short stick is putting, I don't know, I can see him getting frustrated because everybody's probably going to have maybe 2 or more 3 putts on those greens. The 2 I backed, I must say, I've got to put my money where my mouth is, and I backed onto Mahoney. He's into 25s. He shot a 70, but he had far too many bogeys on the card throughout his 4 rounds. Sorry, the 3rd round was a decent round, a bogey-free round. But if you look at Mahans in Texas last time, far too many bogeys for me. But a top 10 finish, 28 years of age. Remember, this is the lad who, the golfer who a lot of people thought, well, he lost the Ryder Cup to Graham McDowell. But I think there was a really good struggle. I'd prefer just to call it that McDowell won the Ryder Cup for Europe last year, and I think his time is very, very nearly up back to Hunter Mahan. He's 28-1 into 25s now with ourselves. And the other one is another 25-1 shot, and of course, laughable though it seemed to give somebody who some people say threw away 2 major events last year, but I think Dustin Johnson is also an accident waiting to happen. He's so long off the tee at Augusta, there's no par 5 long enough for him. He can easily make the greens. I think the par 5s are so significant at Augusta, and I think he's due a bit of luck, I must say, on a major tournament. So it would be Dustin Johnson, Hunter Mahan, incredibly as well, when you think we've got this sort of, we had top 4 in the world in European ranks, no longer 4 out of the top 5. But of course we haven't won since Olathibal. The Europeans haven't won the Masters since Olathibal won his second green jacket in 1999. So it's a Mahan and Dustin Johnson for me. But remember that hole-in-one offer. 2 last year. Padraig Harrington, Trevor Immelman, Chris DeMarco, Ryan Moore, they've all had holes-in-one. We'll pay out as a winner if your player has a hole-in-one, as long as the bet is placed pre-tournament. Have a great week and be lucky.
Bet now at victorchandler.com.